Good morning.
Good morning.
This is what, May 28th? Something like that? 29th.
30th.
Thursday, Friday. 30th. May 30th, 1997. And I'm talking this morning with Jake Anderson. Jake, how did you come to get your name? Was that a family name you were given?
No, that's quite a story. My father was a school teacher.
Uh-huh.
And he moved regularly, 1 or 2 years.
Right.
He got to Hemphill School. That's the biggest school I guess he ever had.
Right.
And paid good money there. And first time they'd ever been able to, you know, have good living.
Right.
And so this Jake Anderson, Papa was, he was I guess was the board chairman. He was a big man in Hemphill.
Right.
He was the man. So Papa was catering to him. And Papa thought he was his best friend. So he named me Jake Watson after him. But he found out he wasn't his friend. He got his job. He only lasted a year there, Jake Watson. And besides that, the house burned mysteriously.
Uh-huh.
And I was the only thing they saved, me in a rocking chair.
Well, it's a good thing they saved you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, that's debatable. But anyhow, so of course, after that, they were calling me Jake, they said. But after that, that didn't sound too good. So they said they changed my name.
Uh-huh.
Well, they started calling me J.W.
Right.
But they didn't change my name. Well, I thought I growed up thinking my name was J.W.
Right.
But then when I registered for the draft, I registered as J.W., initial only. And so a little later, before I ever was inducted, well, I decided to go get my birth certificate.
Right.
Well, there it was, Jake Watson.
Is that a big surprise?
Well, yeah, and kind of a disappointment.
Uh-huh.
I've never been proud of my name, Jake Watson. And my wife wanted to name Willard Jr. I told her no, I wouldn't have it at all.
So did you grow up knowing the story of Jake Watson and how he betrayed your dad?
I didn't grow up. I was, I don't know, later when I got old enough to understand, I just gradually got a little of it as we went along, you know.
Uh-huh.
Got the whole story, you know, after. And another thing too, my birthday was always August the 17th.
Right.
Oh, I got my birth certificate was the 27th of August. And so now I got 2 birthdays, you see.
Right.
And I tell you, there's a lot of strange things about all this business, you know.
Did you ever ask your parents about that?
Oh yeah, Mama was with me when I got my birth certificate. I figured she was gonna pipe up. I didn't know what we was gonna do. So we got out, and she told me. She waited. We got out. She said, "Your birthday is 17th." I said, "Was you there?" She said, "I sure was." And so, I don't know. The doctor probably did. Back then, they wasn't in no hurry.
Right.
Or either somebody just made it 27th, you know, instead of 17th.
Or maybe
So
somebody's...
I've always went. I've got my official birthday is the 27th.
Right.
And that's the date I've got on, just like at the paper mill. When I went to work at the paper mill,
Right.
well, I put it down. I already know by then. And so well, I said, yeah, I did. Or I changed it, I don't know which. But anyhow, when I retired, well, I retired at my birthday on the 27th.
Right.
First year we started didn't start school then till 7.
Right.
Well, my birthday being in August, I got in, you know, at 7.
Right.
And I guess it was good. I couldn't talk plain. Oh.
Do you remember not being able to talk plain, or is that
Yes,
just what
sir,
people?
I remember.
Okay.
And this first grade teacher, of course, I thought I was doing pretty good, you know,
Right.
for a while there. This first grade teacher told me a few years later, said I never did know a word you said. Said I'd have you come up to read, and I'd start and stop you. But I said I never know the word you said. And I remember when I was little and I couldn't say fish. And I was working on it, but I couldn't say it. And so these town boys, you know, there's always, of course, no, you wouldn't know, but back in them days, there was always some town loafers, you know.
Right.
And so some of these boys that I'd start to walk home with, well, they wanted to go by the post office.
Uh-huh.
So go down the street to the end of the street for the post office. The town was just one street. Well, then he'd come back and I'd go home. But I'd have my reader with me. Well, all these boys, they'd stop me and get me to read to them. Boy, they'd brag on, you know. And I don't know. I made pretty good grades, you know. They didn't know what I was saying. I don't know where I hit third or fourth grade before I ever got where I could talk.
Did you ever figure out or have any idea what the problem might have been?
No, I never did worry about it. I mean, it just one of them things.
Right.
Parents didn't seem to worry about it. I guess Mama knows what I was talking about, you know, enough to.
Right.
And
you didn't notice yourself getting frustrated that you never got what you wanted when you asked for it, I guess.
no, well, I could point all of that, you know. I could make them understand what I wanted.
Right.
And we didn't have much to choose from back then.
Uh-huh. What are some things you enjoyed doing when you were a kid?
Well, I don't know. I was by myself. My older brother next to me, well, he was a man of his own from the time I knew him. He could do what he wanted to. The parents had no control over him.
Which brother is that?
Morris.
Morris? Okay.
And so I was by myself, but it never did bother me. I played by myself, talked to myself. I still do.
Uh-huh.
And I found out David talked to himself, so I didn't feel bad at all about it.
Right.
And so, as I grew up, there was a boy that lived pretty close to me there. He was a year younger or something. But I started school before he did, I know. His name was Paul.
Uh-huh.
And we were good friends and got along good.
Right.
We played together some. And so then after I started school, of course, I had some more friends. But we used to, in the summertime, we would go and play in the woods.
Right.
Just explore the woods. Be gone all day.
Sounds like fun.
Maybe we had a rule at home, and nearly everybody did then. You be home before dark.
Right.
You know. And I'm still doing that. I'm gonna try to be home before dark. Still. And so I had a lot of fun, and we did, and playing in the woods, and come to a creek. We wanted to, we'd go swimming, you know, or play in the water. I couldn't swim then, and stuff like that. We just roam over the woods. That's mostly what I done.
Uh-huh. When did you learn how to swim?
I about 10 or 11, I guess, I had been in, we'd been to we went swimming hole, had a swimming hole. And, we'd go across, from where we come in, we had to cross a little creek on a log and get over to the good bank to go swimming.
Uh-huh.
And so I come out of the water, I couldn't swim, I come out of the water, I put my clothes on, come back across the water and I fell in. Well, I had to get out, you know.
Right.
And then nobody come to help me. So I found out I could swim.
Right. So
Dog paddle. I stayed up anyhow.
that's better than drowning.
Yeah, better than drowning. And so I learned to swim after then. I found out I could swim.
Was your family church attending family when you were growing up?
They were called church people, but Mama really didn't have time to go to church. She had 6 kids, and she waited on every one of them.
Uh-huh.
So actually, yeah, she did. I think she would have. Papa went sometime, a good while. He was a Sunday school superintendent. We had church every other Sunday.
Uh-huh.
But we had Sunday school every Sunday. But that didn't last but I don't know, a couple of years, I guess. And he decided they were taking advantage of him, and I think it was. And so then they went to church some but not regular. I went to Sunday school whenever I wanted to.
Right.
And but there was nothing else to do there. So I went pretty regular, because what else, man? That's
right.
all. And so but they were known as church people.
Did your family read the Bible at home or pray together or anything like that?
No, they didn't. I don't think so. Like I say, my mother, I don't know how she ever got work done. He had 3 girls, and they never turned their hand for nothing.
Uh-huh.
She waited on them. My oldest sister, I remember well, once she was reading a book or in a rocking chair, Mama in the kitchen working her head off, said, "Mama, bring me a drink." Mama brought her a drink.
Why? Do you have any idea why your mother might have been like that?
Well, she didn't never have time to train them.
Uh-huh.
I think it was. Papa would get after her about not making them girls do nothing.
Right.
She didn't have time to stop and show them something. She never did get her work done. She was in a trot all day. Man, I don't know how she made it. And, after I was growing up, I was pretty well by myself at home, you know. Mars may come in, may not.
Right.
And so I'd help Mama on wash day some.
Uh-huh.
I'd draw water for her before I went to school sometime. And of course I was the baby, and all the jobs passed down to me. Say, well, J-Boy's big enough to bring in wood now, you know. So that was my job. And J-Boy can get the splinters and all of this. And my job was to get the splinters for the spark place. And Papa called us. We'd take turns of getting building a fire.
Right.
And if I'd forgot to get any splinters, well, I had to go out and get them. And poor little old J-Boy, you know, my mom would feel sorry for me. She'd get up and come help me. And things like that. See?
Right.
Like I say, man, I don't know how she made it. And if I wanted to go to Sunday school, she'd have me a clean shirt. But she had to clean all them and press all them clothes. Them girls, they got up bigger. Well, they had to press some of her clothes because She just didn't have time to press it.
Right.
And so that's the way it went.
What kind of family life did your mother have growing up? Did you ever talk to her about it or know anything about it?
Not too much. She was the oldest girl.
Right.
But her younger, there was just a year of difference in her and her younger. My mother's name was Mary, and she had a sister named Minnie, just a year. Well, Minnie took the precedent, or what you say. She was first, really, all the time.
Right.
My mother was second. That's the way, that's the way they growed up.
Uh-huh.
And but Mama then, Papa got a job teaching school out there. Oh yeah, he stayed 2 years at that school. That was Rock Spring,
Uh-huh.
out there east of Lufkin. And Papa was raised over west of Lufkin, around Peavy Switch out there.
Okay.
Mama was raised there, east of Lufkin, and well, the community, Rock Springs was a church in the house, but it's about 2 miles from where Grandpa lived. But anyhow, Papa taught school. Well, the second year, well, I'm sure Grandma engineered it. They took him in. They had to have some place to board. See?
Right.
Well, they took him in the second year. After all, she had 2 daughters. They're getting old enough, to get married.
Right.
And
She figured a teacher might be a good catch.
yeah, oh, no doubt about it. A school teacher. Man, he wore a little suit,
Right.
And he was a good-looking dude, too, I want to tell you. I guess I still got one of his pictures. Anyhow, so him and Mama, they got married, and then, wait a minute, he might have stayed there. I believe he taught school out there a year after he married.
Uh-huh.
He must have stayed out there 3 years. Anyhow, they bought Grandpa had what they called a quick place, 65 acres, I think it was, on down the road, but actually it's closer to the schoolhouse. And so Papa bought this place from him. And Mama and Papa lived there on that, what they called a creek place.
Right.
Grandpa had inherited all his wife's folk, about 700 acres, and they give it to Grandpa to take care of his wife's mother, Travis.
Right.
And so they had already, I guess, built, I don't know where they built a house in or not. That was all before my time.
Right.
But anyhow, I just tales I heard. Well, Papa and Mama lived on that place out there for, I guess, for a year.
Right.
And I know he made I say now, I don't know how about that, but he rented some land from Grandpa and made a trade with him to use his team on Saturday, and he made a corn crop. He had some cattle.
Right.
He got old. So then, after that, that's when he went to Huntsville School
Uh-huh.
to teaching school, see. So he got these Palmores, his brother-in-law, Palmore, Bob, to keep his cattle. He had enough corn to winter them on, see. And him and Mama went over there. And well, now, when she was at Huntsville, well, I don't know where Max was born. I guess Lois was born there. They had 2 children anyhow.
Right.
Lois and Maxie. And they were pretty close in age. And then, of course, Papa had to take in boarders to that place.
Uh-huh.
So, boy, I tell you. And now all this is just stuff I was told. I don't know
Right.
too much about that.
Did you ever spend a lot of time with your grandparents when you were growing up?
Well, I spent some, after we was living over at Boston, they raised a grandson. His mother died, and she was one of the younger girls. So they would, of course, I didn't know then, but he was so bad that wouldn't nobody play with him, I think, what it was. And so I think Grandma get me over there over summer to be with Stuart.
Uh-huh.
Didn't nobody else want to be with him. Yeah, I never had no trouble with him. I wasn't that kind to have no trouble.
Right.
So he didn't mess with me, but we got along, but he didn't play. He'd always had his mind on making some money. And stuff like that.
Was he ever
I don't know, I never was too hoped up, about it. And it was some good experience, I guess.
What was Stewart's last name?
His name was Nearing.
Oh, okay.
Nearing. Stuart Nearing. And yeah, we went one time, he got Grandpa, and of course Grandma was pushing the boy, and Grandma, you didn't say nothing about Stuart around Grandma. Because Stuart didn't ever tell a lie in his life, according to Grandma.
Right.
Stuff like that. Well, got Grandpa to go down and cut a muscadine tree.
Right.
A tree with muscadine, And so we picked him all up. So Stuart had a tub full, one of them big old wash tubs. So he took them things and in the buggy, and we went peddling. He went to town. And like I say, boy, he was after it. And so I didn't do much. But he's the one that sold most of them. I went around a little, not much. It wasn't my bag. But anyhow, he sold them. Sold $10 worth.
Uh-huh. Was that a lot of money then?
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of money.
What could you do with $10, or what would a boy like Stuart want to do with $10?
Well, he didn't waste it. I'll tell you. He I don't know, put in a store. I guess he saved that money.
Right.
But now, the thing about it was, he told Grandma he'd give me half of it. But I never did know that till later on. In fact, after I married, me and my wife was visiting down there, and she had to think about that and said, "What did you do with your $5? I said, I don't remember, Grandma. But I told my wife when we left, I said, if I'd have got $5, I'd have remembered it. So he told her he'd give me half that money.
Right.
And I know Penny, she didn't know no better than my wife. She said something about Stuart. There, and Grandma, she got on her. So I kicked her on the shin. And you just got to keep your mouth shut around here. And that's the way it was. She said that wasn't Stuart. They're talking about he scared some fellas mules over there in a wagon. No, it wasn't Stuart. So that's the way it was. We went to Grandma LaRue's funeral.
Uh-huh.
And of course we was in a wagon. Well, me and Stuart was in, he got to fooling them mules as much as girls, I see.
Right.
And in fact, Kenny was there, but I didn't know it. And they had come over there and brought some wildflowers. And there's
Now this was your grandma's funeral, or your
my great grandma.
your great grandma? Okay.
Great grandma.
Martha. Martha Lewis, was that her maiden name?
Martha. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Martha Lewis, that's right. And
what year was that about? Any idea?
no, but it's down. I can find it.
Okay.
And in fact, we bought. They had two graves out in the woods. Well, of course, it wasn't woods then.
Right.
By the old house place, you see, and there was a pear tree, and the old man had always told her that he wanted to be buried there on that pear tree.
Right.
Well, that's where she buried him. They, Grandpa and them didn't want to. She did. So she bought two tombstones, one for him and one for her, and had it put there. The date is on him, but I don't know when. Well, then they got broke. Trees growed up everywhere.
Right.
Well, the people that bought these places, Massengale bought it. Well, Massengale, Maurice Massengale, the boy, I was good friends with him. I worked at the paper mill.
Right.
So they, his mother decided she wanted to be buried there. So they cleaned up the place, and so me and Tenny bought two markers for the graves for
Right.
Grandma and Grandpa, and they're fenced out there. Now I managed to grow it again. We got something.
Yeah, it looks like we better take a break.
Yeah, but
Have three kinds of leaves: sassafras and something in Africa. Well, this one's got, there's 4 lobes, 5 lobes.
He showed that to your brother, Richard.
Maybe so.
whatever.
This may be a mutation of some sort. I think it is.
There's a big current difference.
How long have you lived on this land?
Oh, no, about 40 years. How old was you when you moved out here, Jerry?
17 to 50 years, 40 years, 40 years.
40 years? Was this land in the family before that?
No.
So did you build this house yourself, or was it already here?
No, we had a cousin of mine built,
Which cousin?
Furman Palmo.
Oh, so you did a lot of stuff with those Palmores, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Furman, me and him was pretty close
Right.
later in life, and Ernest, I thought a lot of Ernest, but I didn't hardly know the rest of them.
Right.
Ernest and Furman. Furman he was a good carpenter, but he done whatever he wanted to do. He couldn't hardly work for nobody because he wouldn't even follow his own plans.
Right.
So that's the way it went. Yeah.
Were you happy with the house as he built it?
Well, pretty good. There was a few little things. It was all right till Willard. I had Willard that had to change out a window, and man, it was a major operation. I thought he was going to have to take the whole front wall down. He'd put in special windows.
Right.
And nothing else would fit, you know. He got them at a bargain. He was buying my material, saving me money.
Right.
Yeah. And,
Hi again. One of the things I'm wondering about is how did you become a Christian?
when I wasn't never bothered, like I was telling you a while ago, I just went to church when I wanted to.
Right.
And well, after we moved over here, and after I was married, well, it still wasn't. My wife joined the Methodist church, a little Methodist church, I never had joined the church. But she knew that if I ever did, it'd have to be a Methodist, you know.
Right.
And so when she was sick, I didn't, you know, really depend on the Lord. I depended on her.
Right.
And she took care of me. And so when she got sick, and I had to take her to Tyler, well, of course, I knew that, you know, the time had come. Well, I thought I could handle it. I told myself, told her I could handle it. And but when she died, well, I couldn't handle it. I really couldn't talk. Jerry remembers that. And now, the doctor gave me some kind of dope. I don't Jeremy know what it was. I had to take. Well, they didn't figure I could drive home, but I knew I could. I just couldn't talk. And so I finally got Jerry and the preacher to understand if they would follow me to the White House, well then they'd see that I could drive home.
Right.
And so they did, and so I come on home. So I had to, I'd have to take a swig of that stuff. If I wanted to talk, I had to take some of it. So, well, after everybody tried to help me, you know, they was willing to help me, but they couldn't help me. So I finally said, well, I said, you know, if I'm going to get any help, it's got to be from the Lord. Well, just like that, it fell off of me. Just a load fell off. Well, then I got to thinking, I don't know, a day or two or a week or something. I said, well, if I'm going to do anything for the Lord, I got to learn the Word. And so that's when I started to trying to learn the Word, and so I could serve the Lord.
Right.
And so I had a time, but you know, little coincidences, you know, and I'd find a little help here and a little help there. Well, I finally got on to this, there was a Linden Library out in New Mexico there, and a lady put me on to.
Right.
So I started ordering some Bible tapes. And I had 2 Bible teachers there that taught through the Bible. Well, I said, now that's what I want. I want through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation. So I ordered 3 tapes from each one of them. 12, 13, and 14 of Corinthians.
Right.
That's the tapes I ordered from each one of them. Well, this fella, McGee, he had a pretty rough time through there.
Right.
Trying to explain that. But old Chuck Smith explained it. So I dropped McGee and Chuck Smith.
You've stuck with Chuck ever since.
And ever since. I ain't never found nothing no better.
Right.
Well, I was up to pretty close to retirement. In fact, I was planning to retire a year before I did, but after I lost my wife, I figured I'd better stay out there where my feet was on the ground, you see. I mean, you know.
Some stability. Right.
And so the last Sunday I worked was on a 4 to 12. That would be my last Sunday to work. I had to work a few more days. But the preacher asked me to take a class over at Redland. We was going to church at Redland.
Uh-huh.
And I said, well, if I can teach the Bible, why sure. But it was a non-existent class.
Right.
It was young people, you know, young couples.
Right.
Which we didn't have any. So I got them tapes. I bought Bible tape. This Scrooby, I believe his name or something.
Uh-huh.
He was good. Just teaching. Well, I got the whole Bible. so I could learn to pronounce them words. That's what I done.
Right.
So I went through that. Well, this Miss Sherry Mayer, Jerry knows her.
Right. I've met her.
You met her. Well, she was the first one. She lived behind the church, but nobody. She'd been up there for 2 or 3 years. Nobody had ever invited her to church. She just decided she ought to bring in kids. She had 4, so she brought them in there. And she was my first pupil. Well, all I done is just read the Bible. I'd make notes on old church tape.
Uh-huh.
And I don't mean to tell you, she ate it up. Well, of course, we gradually got some more along. And when I finally had to, and she started teaching herself, teaching Sunday school.
Right.
But she told me she'd do it if I would give her lesson another time. See?
Uh-huh.
So she was missing. So I did, and she taught. And well, the first year, you know, they had to bring in another table. Now, when she first started teaching the kindergarten, she got in and telling them, reading them little Bible stories. Everybody just telling her, you can't do that, you can't do that. And well then, that's what they done. They moved her then. They said, well, we'll give you the 5 and 6 grade, see.
Right.
Okay, they had to move tables in there. Well, they took her away from there. This lady running the church, she taught a Sunday school class. And if she got more students than she did, but she moved her, you see. Well, finally, there was a bunch. She told me, this lady told me, she said, you can't teach the Bible in the Methodist church. And I began to believe her. But she went and tried to prove it by old Jack Shue. And Jack told her, no, you can teach the Bible in the Methodist church.
Good for Jack.
That's the only good thing I ever done. Oh, wait a minute.
You're on tape.
And I forgot where I'm at. Anyhow, when I left there, I had 17 in the class.
Right.
And so they finally run us off. I went over to Kelter's. It wasn't no better. A lady over there warned all of her class, the students. She had all the high school and the young adult. She warned them about us that that's a cult. That's a cult, don't have nothing to do with it. Well, old Peter Mars, a good buddy of mine, you may have met him.
I think I met him.
And he was in our class, and that's what he said. She said, don't have nothing to do with him. Well, after we was up there a while, boy, it was a hard time. They was running them off, going and coming. Wasn't but about 4 of us left. Well, then I had a suggestion box. Somebody wanted me to teach a Bible study any night except Sunday night, so they would be able to come.
Right.
Well, so I took it before the board. I studied about it, and I said, well, I could have one on Tuesday night. So I talked to the preacher, old Anthony Cecil. He's a very close friend of mine, and best pastor I ever had. And so he said we could teach, the preacher told us, Larry Morrison, in the sanctuary. He finally got him to agree to let me teach in there. And it's quite a deal trying to get me in up there. And so they, I talked in the sanctuary there. Well then, they wanted me to teach this Bible study, so I took that before the board. And but they decided Sunday night, have it before choir.
Right.
So they could attend, you know. which they never did, none of them. And I had about 6, I think.
Uh-huh.
But Speedy, he was afraid to come. For a while, he talked to the preacher though, and got the preacher to come with him. No, that is when I was having it in the house. I moved to church after I was having it in the house, yeah. I was having it in the house first, before I moved to the church.
Right.
And so, he got old Anthony to come with him. Well, after 2 or 3 sessions, Anthony told him, well, ain't nothing matter with that. All I do now, I didn't call myself a preacher. I never did consider myself a teacher. I would read the Bible, just reading through the Bible. And then, like I say, I'd use text, old Chuck Smith. I'd make notes, you know. And they liked it. Well, a lot of them had never had anything out of the Bible. They didn't read it themselves, you know. And then we moved it up to church. Well, I finally give it up. And now, but while I was doing this Bible work with this, I had an aunt, Aunt Lexi Goodson. She was staying with her daughter. She had 2 daughters here, Nell Brookshire and Charlene Johnson.
Uh-huh.
Well, Lexi stayed with Charlene most of the time. Well, I decided I'd go down there and give her this study that I'd done. I'd use the same one, see. I'd go down there every week, and we'd go through the Bible and with her. Well, I just finished up the Bible and fixing to start again in Genesis.
Right.
And a friend of mine come by. His wife had cancer. And he was taking her to Houston. But she was continually losing weight. Now, I don't know where she'd already had chemotherapy and all or not. But anyhow, that was the big problem.
Right.
She was down to nothing already about it. So he stopped by here, he was worried. And he said, a checker down there told me, says you need to stand on the Word. He said, how do you stand on the Word? I said, well, you just believe it. What the Bible said. Well, he said something about the Bible there. I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, I'm starting this week in Genesis. I said, I'll come down there and bring y'all the lesson. I said, it'll be the same one that I have, you see.
Right.
And he said, would you do that? I said, well, sure. And so he made a date for 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock, whatever it was. So he went on, he started up the river fishing. So he went on, and so I went down there. Well, this lady, she was, of course, I knew them. I knew her, I knew her family.
Right.
I mean, I knew her father and her brother. I knew her brother. I lived by her brother once. And anyhow, well, she got the old big old family Bible, the one she'd use. He'd bring it, put it in her lap. And so we went. Well, the next time they went to Houston, I think it was 2 weeks, she gained a half a pound. I told her, I said, healing in the Word. Healing in the Word. And so every time I go down, she gained a half or a pound.
Uh-huh.
But she never would. She never did get her a Bible. And, that was, I mean, I didn't know what to think, because ordinarily, when somebody got interested, they would get them a Bible.
Right.
But she never did. She used that family Bible all the time. And we went completely through with her. And she's still living. That's been at least 15 years ago. She got all right.
Uh-huh.
And she's still. And they bring me a Christmas present every year.
She's still studying the Bible?
Huh?
Is she still studying the Bible?
I'm sure she's not. I don't imagine she ever looked at it except when I was there. That's what I say. Now he did, he got interested in it.
Uh-huh.
And he'd come to my other Bible study.
Right.
When I was having it in the daytime. I had a Bible study over at Redland Church.
Uh-huh.
Of the evening. Well then, of course that's beside the point, but the women, then they'd have their meeting on that same day. Well, I changed it to another day, they changed theirs. So they'd be in the back, having a big going while I was trying to have a Bible study in the sanctuary.
Right.
And so everything, but I still enjoy it, man. I still read that Bible.
Are you teaching anybody right now?
No, I go to Sunday school. I had Speedy. When I quit driving the car, Speedy started taking me to church, Sunday school. He'd come get me and take me. Well then, I got to where I can't hear good. I don't understand.
Uh-huh.
So I was up there and they had a visiting preacher, I forgot what it was, but it's on Father's Day.
Right.
Well, he made a proposition there. He started off, you know, all these has done so and so or got so and so, you know. I couldn't understand what he talking about. Well, y'all come up here, or y'all come up here. So then he'd make another deal. Well, another bunch would come, another bunch. Well, I never did know when my time would come.
Right.
So I just sat back there. I mean, and old Speedy, he was back there, he run the sound equipment.
So he couldn't help you?
Well, help me, he wasn't there. He just stayed back there too. He didn't know no more than I did. He wasn't listening, I think.
Right.
But I couldn't hear. Well, even they made some remark up there. Well, I guess Speedy and Jake, you know, something. And, well, I didn't much appreciate it.
Right.
And so when we, so I said, well, I'm just going to quit going to church. I can't hear enough to know what to do, you know.
Right.
So I just quit. Well, Speedy one minute, him and Golda kept on at me for Sunday school. Well, Golda then was working. She had to go to work at 10 o'clock on Sunday, or
Right.
11, I guess. And so she come to Sunday school. I said, well, all right, I'll come to Sunday school if you'll bring me home after Sunday school. I want to stay for church. And so that's what we done for a while. Well, then I just quit altogether. I hate to, Speedy just thought he needed me, you know, but he didn't. And so then old Matt Coward, after about 3 weeks, well, Miss Coward was started teaching the Sunday school. Speedy gave it to her.
Uh-huh.
And she is a real good teacher. But Mac wouldn't come to Sunday school. He'd come to church, though. So he called me up and I wanted to know about this and that. I said, well, I just don't care about going. I said, I can't hear nothing. He said, well, I'm coming after you next Sunday. And he said, I'll sit by you. I'll tell you everything they say. And so he's a big fella, rough, you know. I said, well, what about Sunday school? Well, he said, I'll tell you what, I'll go to Sunday school with you, you church with me. I said, well, all right, we'll try that. And it just tickled his wife to death, you know. She said,
Right.
I believe that's the reason you quit. And got him. So I'm still riding with them. They pick me up and take me. And so we make it just fine. And only thing, I got into one, preachers had a, no, I better not tell that.
I'd probably better stop for now.
You stop?
I'll stop and I'll pick you up another time, okay?